Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Xana520, and welcome back to Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we explored the derelict Space Frigate Orpheon. And in this episode, we made landfall on Talon 4 after losing the majority of our items. And now we are going to hopefully do some exploring here and maybe recover a few of them. Because Ridley also made his way to this planet. Let's take a scan here for a beetle, burrowing insect with a resilient carapace, extremely aggressive. Insect's massive mouth enables it to tunnel through solid rock at high speeds above ground. Beetles can cover short distances rapidly. They attack anything that moves near their lair. So these enemies will, excuse me, let me get out of here, will pop out of the ground and attack anytime they are approached. But before we leave, I need to scan my gunship, which is a research. Hunter-class gunship registered to Samus Aran. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. So, quick to mention, the first thing that speedrunners will usually do, you can see a door up there. If we go into our scan here, they'll usually grab onto that and do like a quick dash jump up onto that platform. You can't actually do that. They've fixed that in Trilogy. So we're going to head through this tunnel and take out these beetles. So we have no missiles, we have no Morph Ball, we have no bombs, we have no much of anything. We've got this glowing thingy here, which is a creature, believe it or not. This is a sap sac. Chemical reaction within sac produces violent explosion when agitated. Because of its irresistible odor and sweet nectar, the sap sac was nearly eaten out of existence. The evolution of an explosive chemical sac saved it. Now only brave or indigenous creatures dare to devour it. And hopefully we can get through this quite quickly, because there's a lot of stuff to scan here. Like this blast cap. Volatile chemicals within this wheat's toxic fungal cap may explode if agitated. The poisonous flesh of the blast cap helped keeps it from being eaten. It also detonates its fungal cap when it senses even slight contact. Yeah, those things are dangerous to touch. They will blow up. I don't think the gas left behind by them is dangerous. But here is our friend the Zoomer. Anchors itself to walls and other surfaces. Avoid contact with the spikes. The basic nerve center located directly above the Zoomer's mandibles detects nutrients. Sharp spines protected from casual predators, but the lack of a reinforced carapace makes the Zoomer vulnerable to any indirect attacks. Let me see if I can get a good look at this guy. He's cute. I jumped in the water like an idiot. There's another one up here. But if I keep jumping up, we eventually find this guy. Whoops. This guy. This is the Geemer. Wall-crawling mollusk with retractable spikes. The Geemer is an evolutionary offshoot of the Zoomer family. When threatened, it extends lethal spikes and retracts its head deep into its armored carapace. So we can kill the Zoomers. This guy, he's pretty much indestructible. Pass this stupid half-pipe structure here. Some more of these guys. Oh yeah, we also lost our charge beam. I forgot about that. We've got an elevator, which if we scan this will tell us it gives us access to Chozo Ruins West. So the Chozo also made it to this planet. And I really wish I had created a timer, because I can't see how long I've been recording. Oh well. That's a problem for later. So, more beetles. Beetles are probably going to be one of the main enemies fighting in this early section of the game, which is kind of annoying. But up here above this door is our first piece of Chozo lore. The history of the Chozo stretches back into ancient times, so far into the fog of the past that we know not where our ancestors came from, One thing is clear, however. The Chozo who colonized Talon 4 made a conscious choice to eschew the civilization of advanced technology. We Chozo chose to live in harmony with nature, guided by providence of the universe. We believe we will spend peaceful days here and plan to leave our words from time to time. And here is a nice panoramic shot of Chozo ruins. We will be coming through this area a lot, so expect to see these guys a lot throughout this playthrough. These guys are annoying. Hopefully we'll be able to avoid them later. Now there's several exits out of this room, if I can pull up my map. Yes. There are 5 exits. We have the entrance back to the elevator. We have this one up here on this ledge up there. We have this one here. And we have this other one down here. But this one down here has something on the door that prevents us from opening it. So we can get up to that door, but if you go into it, there's a bunch of branches in the way, and you can't pass. These guys are annoying. I mean, I kind of like them because they drop a lot of items, but these are scarabs, exploding parasites that can embed their bodies in solid rock. The scarabs think nothing of sacrificing themselves for the safety of their swarm. When a hostile life form is sighted, they block its progress by embedding themselves in floors and walls. Embedded scarabs violently self-destruct when threatened. So yeah, they're kind of like the parasites we saw on the frigate, but they purposefully blocked the road, and if you try to walk through them, they do a lot of damage. Ion. Immobile organisms entirely composed of ocular tissue. Capable of launching sustained energy beams when active, the ion is sensitive to light and will close shut if a bright flash ignites nearby. So we have no way to kill these guys right now. You just pop them in the eye and they close their eye for a little bit. It allows you to walk through. They will do contact damage though if you touch them. Get some more beetles here. Take care of them, and then we'll deal with this lore on the wall. Many long years have passed since we Chozo first took root in this land. The passage of time has always been a source of fascination to us. It is the belief of many Chozo sages that the truths of the universe hide within the tumbling currents of time's flow. Even as we search for answers there, however, we find illumination in other unexpected places. We know not how the ability has come to us, but recently many Chozo have begun to sense things beyond the realm of ordinary perception. Strange sights and inexplicable sensations flood our minds, filling us with visions. We take this growing ability to be a sign of our burgeoning harmonization with the infinite. Perhaps, finally, the universe's secrets are becoming known to us. So the Chozo here have abandoned the technology of their more contemporary counterparts. War Wasp, it's a bee. It does dive bombing attacks. I'm gonna stop reading these for word. That's gonna take so long. Also, I've started to notice as I record, I have a lot of trouble with S's. I don't know if that's my microphone or if I legitimately have a lisp. A lisp. I'm not making fun of people who have lisps. Where was I? I lost my train of thought. So yeah, the Chozo on Talon 4 here have given up the technology of their other counterparts, and they're living with nature, building things out of like rock and living with trees. They still got some like metal and stuff going on. This guy should look familiar. This is the Plasmite. They're like the little... Oh, I can't say that because I haven't gone to that game yet. This stuff. This tangleweed stuff. It slows you down, makes it hard to walk. If you just shoot it, it goes into the ground. But we've also got this problem here. This water here is toxic. Getting near it is going to hurt, or getting into it hurts you. But anyway, let me come into this sideways room. And over there, there's something inside this machine that looks like a missile. But getting near it has triggered a defense mechanism that we now have to fight this thing. What are we facing here? This is the Hive Mecha, a security unit programmed to work with predatory hive dwellers. A design flaw makes the shielding on Hive Mecha weak around their access ports. These units are second-generation combat drones able to interface with organic units at a higher level. They train, shelter, and work with hive-dwelling predators. Unarmed, they rely on their hive beasts to handle any threats. And these hive beasts, not that, this guy. This is a ram war wasp. It's a more... it has a hive mind. It nests in dark places, and they emerge in small groups when threatened. This is the only place you can encounter these enemies, so they're easily missable. They do this little spin attack around you. And, whoops. Whoa. Whenever they're doing their spin, they can't be locked onto. So... I don't know what to say. Like, I'm at a loss for words right now. Anyway, after you kill all the war wasps, the access port on this guy opens up and you can shoot it. And then it rotates and releases more wasps. And to dodge them, you can... Whoops. I was going to say you can easily just jump over them, usually. It's a little harder to aim with these things because you get the free... if you have the free aim on. Oops, it's behind me. Oh, stop. Oh, no. And if you don't do enough damage to the hive before it opens it, or before it closes its mouth, you have to do whatever you do. And I hate that because I don't usually end up having to deal with this. Die. Die, you stupid bees. Uh-oh. You should be able to easily jump over them. There we go. They're easily jumped over. This last wave, though, is massive. Try to get as much shots off as you can. Oof! I didn't hear the attack noise. Yeah, they're easily jumped over, so don't usually have to worry about that. Part of me wonders if I should shut off the free aim for this boss battle. But just this boss battle, because usually it's a lot better to... Did he miss? Oop. I think that guy missed. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So, I don't know if it's my microphone or not, but I seem to have trouble with... He did miss! I seem to have trouble with certain consonant sounds. And I don't remember having this issue, so I don't know if it's my microphone or not. But I can kind of feel my mouth, like my tongue getting in the way. It's weird. Anyway, defeating the Hive Mecha gets us an orange credit and allows us to pick up our first upgrade, which is the missile launcher. We can now shoot missiles again. We get 5 missiles. Every missile pickup gives us another 5 missiles. It's basic. Metroid. And back here, we can get an energy tank, which will fully heal us and gives us an extra 100 energy. We actually have to come into this room because otherwise that won't fall down and you are effectively trapped in here. So, I feel like I should talk about the hint system, because I turned it off. There's a reason for that. It's because the hint system is... Okay, hold on. For whatever reason, the War Wasp Hive also counts as a creature. And if you destroy it before they spawn, you don't have to worry about the War Wasps coming out. Anyway, the hint system. So, I'm gonna blow up this wall over here. And these mushrooms. Yeah, the powder stuff doesn't hurt. The hint system. The hint system, if you don't know where you're going, after a while of wandering around, the game will give you an alert saying, oh, there's something going on in this section of the map. And then it'll tell you where you need to go, and that, like, seismic activity or whatever. Seismic activity, predators moving in large groups. It'll basically guide you to investigate certain areas of the map. Like, for example, the next area we need to investigate, I believe, is this room? I think it's that room. Yeah. It's not that room. Oh, it's this room. It's this room right here. And it's behind that missile door that that I showed off earlier. But you can see there's all these little rooms around that we can't actually get to. You can see there's like a hook on this gallery that we can't get to because we don't have the Morph Ball right now. There's all kinds of crazy stuff going on. The map rooms are really invaluable to, yeah, this is what I was talking about. They drop a lot of things. But if you walk through them, they do a lot of damage. I'm just going to ignore this. Actually, you know what? No, I'm not. Because if I come up here, there's a door over here. This little room over here. Yeah, this is a save room. So we're going to save here. To make sure nothing else goes wrong. Okay, we're at 19 minutes. So we're going to move up. Oh, good grief! Get out of my face. Also, there's a missile tank up there that I can't get to right now. Still can't do anything about these Oculus. So, or Ions, they're called. I don't know why I call them Oculus. I think that's an enemy from a later game in the series. Wait for the Scarabs. Get some missiles back. There we go. So we're gonna come around here. Avoid that guy. Avoid these guys. We're gonna shoot the blast door off, or the blast door off that wall. Take care of those guys in one missile. I think there's more. Yeah, there's more. You can see now that we have missiles again, we're starting to get missile drops. The missiles have a fairly large AoE blast radius. Anyway, here's the next room we're supposed to go. And you can see right there, that's the Morph Ball. But before we can get it, we're going to have to face off against a bunch of these beetles. So just sort of circle around the room. The free aim actually makes things a lot easier. That's a lot of beetles. Just take these guys out. There's a lot of these guys. I forgot just how many there were. Okay. And once we take care of all the peons, now the mama shows up. I think this is called a Beetle Guard, so it's not actually like a mother. Oh. Yo, whoa! And it does that charge attack. Let's give her a scan. Plated beetle. Okay. Well-armored burrowing insect, vulnerable in the rear abdomen. Cranial plating for attack. Okay. Allowing to make ramming attacks, only surfacing when it detects vibrations above. It then maneuvers itself, so it's always facing its rival, keeping its exposed abdomen protected. So it's very much like a tank, but only in the front. So you need to like do that, and then hit it with a missile. I mean, I suppose you could like just regular shoot it. Whoops. But the missiles have homing attacks, and plus 2 missiles just take it out. We don't get a credit for that. Oh wait, yes we do. We don't get ones for later ones. Like major bosses will give us those orange credits, and then certain events, I believe, will give us the silver credits, or the gray credits, or whatever they're called. I'll need to talk about the credit system at the end, after we beat the game. So now we can press C to turn into a Morph Ball again and make more progress. The early game here is very flush with items. You can see there's a tunnel up there. There was something else I wanted to say. Oh, right, about the beetles, the scarabs. Enemies will not respawn until you've gone 2 rooms away from them. So these guys have respawned, despite me, I think, killing them. I don't think I killed them, actually. But the scarabs will not respawn until I go into another room. However, now that we've got the Morph Ball, I can hop up here, and before I go any closer, you can see a war wasp flying over there. Launch a missile there, and a missile there. And that'll take care of the 2 war wasp hives that are on the wall. And then I only have to deal with that one guy. Whoops. I get stuck on a twig or something. Anyway, coming up here, you can see that... Oh, there's more scarabs. Scarabs are in all of these rooms, like all these branching rooms, and you can just see how many items these things drop. But this tangle of branches is why we couldn't get through this room before. Let's get rid of that. And there's another one over here, just in case you glitch past the first one, I guess. But coming in here, we've got some plasmites flying around. And we've got this icky green water. And this fountain also has that icky green water coming out of it. We've got some lore on the wall. The surges of negative energy brought by the meteor far exceed our expectation. We Chozo have yet to find a way to rid ourselves of the great poison. All we can do now is seal it away and wait for the day when a power to purify the poison appears. However, it is already impossible to collect all of the pieces of the great poison, as it is already spread, seeping into the planet and hardening. That doesn't look very hard to me. Unless it means something else. So we're just gonna keep on cruising. Oops! Okay, can I scan this guy? Nope. We'll come back to that guy. Knock this off with a missile, and now we're in the Arboretum. I think this room is called, yes. With this giant tree in it. And we've got combat tentacles. These are Reaper Vines. They are pretty much indestructible. But if you get close to them, they'll start doing that. And you can get rid of them just by shooting them in the eyeball. They're fairly easy to deal with. So our next location that we need to head to is in through this door here, behind this other blast. And this looks heavily mechanized with these pipes and stuff. And it leads us out into this big pipe room. And over here, we have a save station. And while I am saving, I'm going to check my timer. That tells me I have been recording for 26 minutes. But I've got some stuff to cut out in the beginning. So we'll keep going for a little bit, just to see what we can get. What the heck? Okay. Whoa, hold on. That's different. This is a 5-round ammo compared to our 3-round ammo. I think those things are still up there somewhere. Yes, there they are. Shriek Bats! I mentioned these back in Metroid 1. Territorial ceiling dweller, body temperature peaks at 121 degrees centigrade. Shriek Bats have high internal temperature, making them easy to spot with thermal imaging. They roost on cave ceilings while hunting for small prey, and they dive bomb anything that gets near them. We can't get over there. Ugh. We don't want to walk into the mushrooms. We want to neither touch nor eat them. There's some more of them. Take them out from afar. What's this say? This looks like Chozo script. That which fouls the water seeks the sun. You know these little things? Violent breach in the floor. Toxicity levels elevated. Analysis indicates proximity to source less than 300 meters. So we're close to where this poison is. Now, I'm going to step here and be quiet, because you can hear something. That sound effect is made by every power-up in the game. So right behind this wall is another missile expansion. That brings us up to 15. I think there's Shriek Bats around the corner here. Yes. So I'm going to just sneakily pop a missile down there. And then use another one for the door. This room, we've got another upgrade in here. However, this time we don't have to fight a boss. If we just come over here, deal with these Reaper Vines. We got a big door. You can see these 4 symbols. These 4 symbols correspond to these runic objects scattered throughout the room. There's one right here that says you must activate all 4. Next one is right down here. The third one is right here under these mushrooms. Right here, mushrooms. And the last one, blow up these boxes. Missiles back. Ow! Don't do that. The last one is right there, by the door. Activating all 4. We'll spin that little hammer symbol around. And now we can hop back up. Go away. Shoo. Now if we hop back up here, and we scan this, the gate will unlock. And whoa, I forgot it dropped that fast. You can see on the wall here, we've got some ions, but they're not activated right now. Check this Chozo lore here. Disaster struck suddenly. We had a vague, dark foreboding, and it became truth. A meteor appeared from nowhere, casting a dark shadow of debris over the land with the violence of its impact. Its destructive force spent, the fallen star burned itself out rapidly, and the incident should have faded into memory. But the meteor brought with it corruption. A great poison burst forth into the land, a strange energy that clawed at natural life with a ferocity. That strange negative energy emitted from the meteor expanded to encompass Talon 4 in a night, as a spider weaves a web. But I'm more interested in what this doohickey is. This is our charge beam. We are now nearly as powerful as we were back on the Space Frigate. We can shoot 15 missiles, and we have our charge beam back. So we can now pull in objects from afar, and we can finally deal with these guys. One charge shot will take these guys out. You can't shoot them with missiles. It has to be charge shot. I assume it's because you're basically like overloading the ocular tissue or whatever. We are missing a few things that we had on the frigate though, such as our bombs are missing, and we still don't have the Varius. Stop your swinging. But we're going to make our way back through this room. No enemies. And we are going to pull up these mushrooms. And I'm going to save. And I think that'll do it. So, next time on Metroid Prime, we will venture further into Talon 4 and see what more items we can recover from this area, because we've got a big area. I think if we press A, we've also got Talon Overworld to explore. And who knows what other locations will fill out this nice little map. This is Xana520 signing out.